As Tom 2 Cave Aquatic again, and I was mentioning the catappa leaves. I put this one in a couple of days ago, and this is all that's left of it. All that's left of it, and it starts out like this. A full piece of catappa leaf. I'll boil some water and put them in for about 10 minutes to leach out some of the tannins and soften them up before I put them in the tank. And I've been keeping these in the aquarium, one over here underneath this cave and another one underneath that cave. There's one here that I didn't boil. I just rinsed it off and put it underneath that cave. One of my mystery snails was just done a little bit ago. It's a little, actually there it is, back underneath the cave right now. Well, that one wasn't boiled, so it's a little thicker and I mean consistency. It's a little, it's not as soft as when you boil them. You can see I started this aquarium on March 2nd, 2023, and you can see it's settled in really nice with the different layers here. I've got, well, the sand is coming down, but I've got deep soil in here. There's 15 pounds of crushed lava and mesh bags in the bottom and the back. Laterite powder for iron and father fishes. 11 ingredient additive that was in here from day one. I got my first order from him that long ago, almost a year now, and got my second order just the other day, and I'm about ready to set up my 60-gallon tank, so I'll be using that in there. And like I showed you in part one, this is the package here. And my wife and I went out the other day back to the area and got some more white quartz rocks. Some with slate in it. Some nice, really nice white quartz rocks. And some other materials. There's a nice big piece here. Nice quartz, nice crystals on there. And my wife found a bunch of smaller pieces here. And here's another one. I found a bunch of this stuff. The thin pieces of slate that I can make a shelf with. This is how it actually looks in the side of the hill. The side of the hill there. It's like this, and it can break apart in sheets. And I found some naturally little small pieces here that I can use as shims, spacers in between the shelves. I found some lighter, more tan color, thin pieces, some nice big pieces, and some more of these beautiful banded rocks. I don't know if you can see the bands in them. I don't know which type of rock this is, but that really pops when they're wet underwater. You can see the bands really nice. And I got a nice big bag of it over here. Nice pieces for shelves. And I found these black acrylic, they're called floating shells. I found these online, and once I get the back of my aquarium, the 60-gallon tank, black, this sheet is coming in, I can silicone these on the inside back walls like this, and once they're dry cured, then I can set these shelves, these rocks, on top of them and use spacers or stack them up aggressively smaller for a shelf that'll go up towards the top of the aquarium. And then my main piece of Spiderwood came in. I already got the smaller pieces I showed you in a previous video. Everyone's unique, and this is the main piece that I ordered the other came in, and I see a dragon right there. There's his mouth, there's his eye, there's his horn, there's his neck. He's even got natural bumps on there for scales on his chest. And I think by simply removing, I put this piece here, there's a piece of, there's a rock in there holding that up. Once I get it wet, it'll be more pliable. I can either bend this up or I can remove it. There's a couple of pieces here, like this one here, I plan to remove, and I'm going to use that back here, and that'll be his tail. That'll be the dragon's tail. I couldn't have made a better wooden dragon if I tried. And it's going to take very little work to make him shine in this piece of wood here. He's got legs. I couldn't be happier with this piece of spider wood. So yeah, I'm going to be working on that. Removing a couple of pieces here, relocating them. This top piece here, this piece here, and I think this piece, these two pieces here, after I take that piece off, these two pieces here, I think will end up being his wing, one of his wings. I think this is going to work out great. So there's that main piece of spider wood that just came in, and I'm going to make a dragon out of it, and I'm going to put it in my 60-gallon tank. I can utilize some of these pieces if I need to. I'm going to make some little trees out of this, out of some of these, and I'm going to use a bunch of these little white crystal rocks, and they're going to be in the center of him, and together, put together, like he's you know, sitting on them, guarding them, whatever. I'll work that all out. But yeah, I couldn't be happier with that piece of spider wood. And the family's enjoying a nice salad. They got shrimp and snails just all over this here. He's got that up in the air. Look at this. He is not letting go of that baby carrot. So that's what's going on here, and I'm going to be setting up this 60-gallon tank, high tank, and all that stuff isn't going in it. That'll be part of it. That, his little puppy, his tackle box, his pack fluid ribbon beer, and oh yeah, his little bottle of Jack Daniels, and I got him a fishing pole. It's a pretty cool little fishing pole. Got a reel on it. It's got a fishing line and a hook. And his little bottle of Jack Daniels. But it's going on a floating shelf up here on the chimney next to the tank. They'll be sitting up here on a floating shelf, and I'll explain all that later. But yeah, it all goes with the house and with Jim's artwork. The artist friend of ours, childhood friend of my wife and I inherited his home from last year, and it'll all go just great with his artwork here in the living room, and I couldn't be happier. So yeah, it'll fit in all well with the decor here and Jim's paintings, and I'm going to be doing some painting here. I'm going to be working on finishing this one up here, putting Frankenstein's neck bolts on and finishing his eyes up, and that one I think I'm going to do a 3-panel. There's going to be another panel underneath it and one underneath there. So I'm going to move these paintings, and then there'll be 3 separate canvases there doing him. And yeah, I'm gonna put 3 canvases. The second one on the bottom is gonna be wider, and then the one on the bottom he turned sideways to do his boots and his feet. And I've been watching Frankenstein since I was a child. Frankenstein movies are some of my favorite. I've got his wrist, hand to wrist reattachment surgery tattoos that I made. And band that I listened to, Typo Negative, their lead singer that passed away, his name was Peter Steele. He had those wrist tats. You see some of their older videos. But yeah, here's one of my shrimp with the centerpiece of that garlic that they cut out. They removed the centerpiece of it. That's a piece of garlic that's munching on the back of that snail there. And there's one of my purebred yellow neocaridina shrimp. I have a bunch of shrimp. They're just having a feast here. And I guess this rabbit snail is just gonna make that piece of baby carrot his own. He's been on that since it got in the tank and has not let go. I was making this video, and then I bumped the record button or something again and it shut off, so I'm not redoing this. But I'm going to be breeding these golden mystery snails soon. I'm making a little setup to breed those. And here's a look inside the cave, one of the caves. You can see inside these cholo logs, they're full of shrimp. There's one of my amano shrimp in there. Baby shrimp will hang out in there for a couple of weeks after they're born, before they get out in the tank, so it gives them a safe space. And there's one of my rabbit snails back there. It's beautiful. It's probably waking up and smelling that garlic and salad and headed over here too, would be my guess. One of my neon tetras. The fish have come over here, and all the snails are waking up with the smell of lunch. Some of the cories are going through the valve area here, hanging out. All of my Merino moss balls, these algae balls, were taken out here recently and cleaned. And there's one of my snails back here on a piece of cuttle bone, getting some calcium, getting some good, pure, wholesome calcium off that piece of cuttle bone. Keeps their shells healthy and strong. And you can see that in practice right here. I buy cuttle bone, I snap that piece in half, hold it down with a spoon in boiling water for a while, and that helps it sink. And when it gets depleted, it slow releases calcium in there. When it gets depleted, I'll put another one in. But there's like I said, there's a piece of cuttle bone. Yeah, I got that on Amazon. My shrimp come to get calcium from it. My snails. And there's that live and right in action right there. And the mosh pit on my salad here. These beautiful rabbit snails. They're all gathered around here. All my snails have woken up now and are all over here. This all over this salad. It's just a beautiful thing. And I learned about garlic and its benefits from Father Fish. Just like I learned a lot of the rest of the stuff in this aquarium. Like I said, it's coming up on March 3rd, will be a year ago I established this deep substrate planted aquarium, and I spent couple months just watching father fish videos and really getting a grasp on what he was getting across with his boot substrate, planted aquariums. This one I use technology in. It's not a actual father fish completely 100%, but I do have some technology in here, largely because this is an overpopulated aquarium, and it's going to get even more overpopulated here soon. I've got silver hatchet fish and marble hatchet fish and some male entlers and neon tetras and lots of Cory catfish. You can see them back here, and 3 species of snails, rabbit snails, mystery snails, black devil spike snails, and Neocaridina shrimp that I got from Mark Shelley's Aquatics, and black devil spike snails that I got from Aquatic Arts Online, and seed shrimp that I bought online and put in here a long time ago, and they're all in the substrate. I'm going to be making a video here with my digital